Hello and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea, and in this episode we're going to be taking another look at some of the things that I got for Christmas. Now, as you can see, the snow has finally lifted, but it's still quite cold. But anyways, I've got these, more boxes and things here, so yeah, let's start this episode. Yes, welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea, and of course, like I said, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things here that I'm going to go take over to Alex at the desk and open them up and see what they are, and I suppose put them on the railway. So, hello everyone, welcome back to the desk, and we've got 4 things to open here in this video, and as you'll have guessed from the title of this episode, it's about wagons. So I'm going to start with the earliest one and work forward, and there's a few funny coincidences. So the first is this. Now, some people might not know, but Graham Farish did make 00 gauge model railway products. This wagon is not one of them. This box is incorrect for this wagon. But also, so are the axles, and so are the couplings. So this is a Pyramid Toys open wagon, and it was in a range called Trackmaster, which was a 1950s clockwork range, which involved, I think they had an N2 tank, and this wagon is in Great Western livery. It says 12 tons, and it's 10836 is the running number. Now, Pyramid Toys, they had their train sets in the early 1950s, and they were clockwork, and it looks familiar because in 1951 was when Triang took over the Rovex train set that had been made for Marks and Spencer's, the one with the Princess class locomotive in it. They wanted to expand the range. So they went to Pyramid Toys, who had open wagons and vans in their range, and they said, look, we want to buy your tooling so we can expand our range of model trains. And that's kind of how things happened. And this ended up being a Triang wagon in the end. So this is the genesis of that wagon. And the difference is that on the original Trackmaster one, these would have been aluminium wheels. I think they would have been like sort of disc wheels or whatever, to run on their track, which wasn't fantastic, I imagine. And the couplings, I think, were like a hoop and a peg or something like that, one of each type on either end. And someone has filed away the couplings. You can see the bare metal underneath, and they've added these sort of 00 simplex couplers. I don't know if they're Pico ones or not. They are metal, but to do it, they've drilled holes through the bottom of the wagon, and they've folded the tabs to keep it up. So this might be like a sort of a common conversion, I don't know. And you can actually see on the bottom, it says Trackmaster, made in England, Pyramid Toys. So there you go. So that's the first wagon. Just pop it there and get it back into focus. And now we'll move on to the next thing, which, funnily enough, is this. So this is the Triang R10A, I think. Sort of make out R10 on that end. Yeah, it's the open wagon in SR livery, numbered 7602. It's also a 12-ton open wagon. This one is from about 1972, and it's got this crispy plastic insert that was like the one that was with my Continental diesel, and it's very hard to get out. There we go. So let's have a look. Wow. Okay, so this one actually has some sort of coal load fitted to it. It's a plastic one. I don't know if I can lift it out. I have a screwdriver here. There's a corner here. Yeah, there you go. So it looks like, is that a dapole insert? Did they make a plastic one like that? I can't remember. But yeah, so that's how the inside of the wagon looks. And as you can see, they're pretty much identical wagons. Like the bodies are pretty much exactly the same, and so the difference in age is there's like 20 years between this wagon and this wagon, maybe more. So this wagon, I'll just put the load back in, is from 1972, I think, and when this wagon came out at some point, it was in bright red, and if you look at the bottom, you can see that there is still some of that bright red showing through, and it's got the large tension lock couplers which are held on with those sort of rivety things. So it's a fairly basic wagon, you know, but it's in a nice livery, big four livery that I can have on either of my railways. So they're quite nice, and I'm going to run those together as a short train on the railway when we go over to run stuff. But for now, I'm going to put those aside. So, like I said, strange coincidence is that they're pretty much the same wagon, and this wagon was out in 72. And that's where the next coincidence comes in, because this wagon is one that I have a number of already. It's the Triang bulk cement wagon in Blue Circle cement livery. So there you go. It's fairly basic moulding. It's a moulding made up of two parts. There's Triang on the bottom, and you can see the weight on the bottom as well. It's got metal axles with plastic wheels and the same sort of tension locks as this wagon, but one of them has lost a peg, so it's a bit wobbly. And yes, this was new in 1972. So another connection in this sort of collection of wagons. The lid does come off, so you could always add more weight if you wanted to. I'm not entirely sure why the lid comes off, but it does. It's a little bit dirty. I don't know if it could be cleaned up, or maybe it's just weathered. Who knows? So I'm going to add this to my train of bulk cement wagons and have a locomotive pull that on the railway as well. So that's a nice little addition to that rake. And then the last box here is where? So we have here a Hornby merry-go-round HAA hopper in EW and S livery, numbered 355761. And I don't know the R number for this, but the Triang cement one over there, I forgot to mention, was R564A, and there was also a grey version available. But yes, this is the HAA MGR hopper, and as you can see, it's in EWS livery, so that's the maroon, and so that's obviously, was that sectorization before privatization? I'm not sure. The wheels look like they've been painted to look rusty, and it still has its detail. It's got these funny tail things on the bottom of the, or the end of the sort of movable axle bits. Do they count as a pony? Do they count as a bogie? I don't know, but yeah, it's got these movable axle mounts, so it should be good going around tight curves, train set curves probably. So we'll have to see about that. So yeah, this one has been in the range since the 1980s, but obviously this one's later than that because of the livery. It's got some detailing inside. It's fairly crude, but at least the detail that's present is present, because I've noticed that this wagon here, which is the modern version of this wagon, and it's also in a sort of maroon EWS style livery, but has Barry written on it, which is presumably Barry in Wales, but I'm not sure. Is there a big colliery or a power plant or something there that has a need for these? I don't know. But unfortunately, being the super detailed version and being second hand, it is missing quite a lot of the under frame detail. It says Hornby and Made in China on it, and it does have NEM pockets. But what it doesn't have is all of the stuff that should be here, and some of the stuff that should be up here is also missing. So it's kind of damaged, but I'm hoping that if I have a mixed train of these, it might not be too noticeable. There's a missing coupling hook on that end, and hopefully when they're on the railway, they'll stay put. They'll stay coupled together. Maybe I'll turn it around the other way. So the differences in detail in this one is obviously it's plastic, and so it's, you know, fairly shiny looking. The finish is slightly different in the silver. It's slightly, I don't know, brighter and more speckly metallic on this one, but the detail on this one is much finer, which is why it's broken, and it's got little bits of writing and stuff down here, and it has sprung buffers. So this has hard plastic buffers. This one has metal sprung buffers, look. Which is actually really cool. There's a little star there on the side of the buffer mounting. But yeah, no, that's quite impressive that it's got sprung buffers. Wasn't expecting that. So I think this one was introduced. The newly detailed version must have been introduced fairly recently. I think they had it by the time they had their 50th anniversary. So it's like 2004. I think the first catalogue I had, the first proper Hornby catalogue I had was 2006, and I think they already had them in that then. So yeah, they're a nice pair. It's just a shame that this one's damaged, and I'll have to put those together in a train as well. I can use my Shark brake van, because that's an EWS livery, so that'll be cool. So yes, I'm going to go put these on the railway and try warm my fingers up because it's freezing. Okay, so we're in the back of the railway at the moment. The LBSC X Thomas Hornby 040 is pulling the open wagons with a LBSC brake van at the end. So I've got the two coupled up together here, and they should be alright. But to couple to the rest of the train, I've used the Trying Hornby 00 converter wagon, which is an open axle box version of the wagon with a Trying coupling at one end and a 00 coupling at the other. And then I've also mixed in two other wagons of the same type, or rather the same body type. And then obviously you've got the Trying Hornby SR1 and the Trackmaster combination open wagon. And then on the middle line, I've got Bill, because he's yellow, and the bright yellow cement tankers. So I have four now. So, you know, it's starting to build up, but I still have to get a few more. And then on the outside line, I have the Shark brake van, and then the two hoppers, and then the Network Southeast Class 8. I was planning on using my NCB Sentinel, but it's not playing very well today. So I'm going to go and get these running. So yes, I'm going to start those off now. We'll go with the Class 8 first. That's the Backman Network Southeast Class 8. Always sounds a bit rattly before it gets going, and then usually it settles down a bit. So leave that running there. And then Bill would get running. Bill hasn't been running a while now, so hopefully it stays nice and smooth. And then the LBSC 040 was ready to go. Right, so I've stopped the LBSC logo for a second. Now I'm just going to uncouple this. And I'm going to run around the train, and I'm going to try and see if I can shunt these wagons into the siding and maybe back out again. So we'll just zoom him around there. I think that's coupled up now. Just check. Yep, so pull that back there, and then the points are here. I'll just wait for the plastic to move, so I've got that set up to that siding because I can't go through because this locomotive's to the other side of the hill. So now we're going to go forwards into the siding. Oh, it seems to have worked. But will it come back out, or will the couplings come undone? Nope, they came undone. We left half the train behind. Maybe it's well shunted, I don't know, but I don't think we're going to get that back in, so I'll just have to pull that back to there. So, just pull those back out of the siding. Then shunt that forward. And then send that back to the train. And back to running. Right, that's probably what I've got time for, so we'll just stop Bill and the LBSC 040, and we'll just speed up the car so we can get back to the station. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Right. Now. So that's another couple of things that I got for Christmas, and I have a few more still underneath the railway that I'll be getting out in the next couple of videos. One of them I'm going to do a Beaglington review on. And then I've also got stuff to do for Project Aldwin, and I promise I will try and find the time to get done because I haven't done a video for that in like forever. We're like half a year now. So it's always something that I've got to go back and do. But when I was filming my Christmas special, there was a point before I started filming where I put up some baubles up here, and they fell down, and one of them smashed on Project Aldwin, and I'm still picking bits of smashed bauble out of that. So lesson learned for next Christmas, don't hang baubles up over Project Aldwin because it's not going to be good. So yes, I have a few more videos to do and a Beaglington review to do at least. Tomorrow is the 10th, which means it's Hornby's 2023 range launch, but you'll probably seen that before you see this. So hopefully there's something there for everyone. Hopefully there's something that will interest me. Hopefully soon the Ruston 88 DS will be out. So yeah, I have no idea what's in the new Hornby range. Or maybe I do. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and thank you to everyone who's liked, shared, commented, and subscribed. And guess what? I've got over 100 subscribers, which to me is a huge achievement because, you know, this is just me playing trains and showing you them. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed. And yeah, I'll see you next time. And don't forget, you can also like, share, subscribe. I did that bit. What's the other thing? Oh yeah, the subscribe bubble. That's it. And the playlist thing. Sorry, slipped my mind there. So yes, thanks everyone for watching. I've been Alex down here at Beaglington-On-Sea, and you've been a wonderful audience. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.